Welcome my friends to another video. I'm your host Omega Baldwin here as always. Today we are talking ultimate talents, or to be more precise, the ultimate talents of the cast of V3. The big question is, are they real? After all, the character are fiction, and Mugi told us the talents were a type of placebo effect. Or could it be that she lies, as some people said, and the talents are actually the real deal? After all, we saw them in action, or did we not? These are the questions I will be asking as I get closer to my main video about the ending of DanganRonpa V3. The first thing we should make clear is, what is a placebo? After all, that's what Mugi tells us the talents are. Well, according to the definition of placebo, or more importantly the placebo effect is also called the placebo response, a remarkable phenomenon in which a placebo, a fake treatment, and inactive substance like sugar, distilled water, or saline solution can sometimes improve a patient's condition simply because the person has the expectation that it will be helpful. Expectation plays a potent role in the placebo effect. The more a person believes they are going to be benefit from a treatment, the more likely is that they will experience a benefit. In terms related to this video, it means that you tell them they are something and they actually believe it. For example, telling someone they are a pilot, even if they never had training of any kind and still are able to pilot a plane. It's a term mainly used for medical stuff, but I have some issue with the idea of placebo being the answer to explaining their talents, like Mugi says. It's not like placebo can't explain it, but more like it falls short. So I will give you 3 choices that could explain this, including my personal one that I think is correct. Placebo effect minus. This is one I actually seen people discuss. Pretty much it is the placebo effect Mugi tells us about, but there's some shenanigans happening in the background. For example, Mio Iruma, as you know, she is the ultimate inventor. So what if the invention she is creating is actually made by someone else and some of the DanganRonpa staff are the ones giving them to her? Also, someone like Angie would work the same. She is not really making the art. Now, there's some issue with it because it would not work on people like Maki or Gonta. For example, we saw Maki in-game move really fast and doing things that a normal person could never do. In the case of Gonta, his eyesight is amazing. That's something that needs a better explanation than placebo. Also, I'm pretty sure Iruma will question the fact that these inventions are appearing. This whole thing will be too complicated to actually do and very dangerous. It could ruin the killing game. Placebo effect plus. Now, here's another version of this that removes the people in the background. I call it the placebo effect plus. Instead of Iruma being given the inventions, she has already the knowledge to do it, thanks to the flashback lights. Let's say you cram into her head all the history of electronics and sciences, and having that information make it possible for her to make inventions. That actually could work for characters like Iruma, and would be within the placebo effect theme Mugi was talking about. But once again, I have to bring up the physical side of things. No matter how much information you are given about something, if your body is not up to the task, it won't work. Oh, but I can hear you say, oh, but what if they were really fit before joining the killing? Do you think about that? Well, yeah, that's actually a good point, but my issue with it is that these people besides Gonta that seems to be naturally huge don't seem to be the kind of people that are at the levels required. The point is that they are normies. We can have track stars or super fit people joining the killing game. Besides Gonta that he falls into the big guy Japanese thing, you know what I'm talking about. This could be what Mugi was talking about. Now, I propose that what actually gave them their talent is genetic engineering. Hear me out here, I'm not saying they are test tube babies and they were made in a lab somewhere. This theory of mine involves that the flashback light, a device that with what I am proposing actually does more than overwrite memories with new information. What I am trying to say is that the flashback light actually changed their DNA, their bodies. I think we can actually see them implying this when the light is being used. We see the DNA heads in there. It will work like this. The first light used in the game not only gives them their ultimate memories and knowledge of the talents, but also edited their bodies with the physical attributes to be able to do what the talents require. It gave Tenko a ton buff body because her talent is so physical. But you ask, Baldwin, Tenko is not that ton or buff for what we've seen. Well, actually, according to the art book, she is, to the point where she would let girls touch her abs if they ask. That implies those abs have to be pretty defined to be able to do that. I believe those were given to her by the flashback light effects as part of her character. Same goes for Uma, someone that does not seem to need to be buff, but if we go with the Trial 5 CG set, he is actually pretty buff. I guess someone on the staff has a thing for buff shotas? I wonder who could it be. It's a shame we don't get to see more of Maki's body in any scenes, because I can assure you, she's probably pretty fit with abs and everything. There is that flashback where we do see her training. How about Saihara? Mugi says that he was supposed to be the weakest detective, and to me that means they never gave him any body enchantments. All he has is the ultimate detective knowledge. Here what I'm trying to say with this video is that their talents are real, in the sense that Team DanganRonpa actually gave them to them. Also that Mugi either lied about it with the placebo thing, or she just did not want to get into genetic engineering in the middle of the trial. It's an odd thing to lie about, but at the end of the day, it's the same conclusion. Those talents were not theirs. Now you must be asking, why is the whole talent thing so important? Well, because if it ever turns out that they had those talents before joining the killing game, then everything is a lie. Every single thing, because if there are people with such talents in the real world, it means that the previous games did happen, and everything would be really dumb if you ask me. It has a lot of implications that we are not going to get into today. I know that in my Tsumugi video I said that her talent was the only real one, but after making this video, I believe her talent was given to her by Team DanganRonpa, especially since she was already good at cosplay. It would also explain her cosplay. What I mean by this is that the only reason she has cosplays was because of the nature of her talent. People would naturally think she could murder someone by dressing as them, so she added that edit with the flashback light that was used on her. This is something that I believe is only possible with my theory about changing their bodies. It's too much of a coincidence that as soon as trial 1, she made sure to tell people about it to take any idea of her being the culprit away from her. I would call her talents artificial. After all, it did not come naturally to them. Also, it's not the first time the series deals with stuff like this. Let's not forget that in the normal continuity, the stuff with Hajime and Izuru, he was given artificial talents. So what do we learn with this video? Well, that their talents are real, in the sense that they are artificial and were given to them by Team DanganRonpa. That with my theory of the other use of the flashback light, their bodies were edited to a cellular level, a type of genetic engineering. Call it budget ultimates. You know, DanganRonpa V3 is in the perfect state for people to still be able to come up with so many theories and other things, as we don't know so much. Still, who knows, they could eventually release something telling us how the talents work on V3. One thing is for sure, Team DanganRonpa is nothing like how Junko was. They had access to so many amazing technologies. Kibo himself is proof of that. Imagine if my theory does turn out to be real. To be able to create ultimates so easily makes me wonder if the military is somehow involved in this whole thing. Let's see what happens. That's my video, pretty much. I would love to know what you guys think about this. Do you believe in the simple placebo team or something else? Make sure to tell me in the comments below. This is Omega Baldwin, see you guys another time, bye.